Hello, boys and girls. I hope everyone had a great weekend. So I know that this week our theme is heroes all around us. And I was thinking about different heroes that keep me safe every day. And that made me think of firemen. And over here, I have a picture of a floor plan. So a floor plan is, say, if you cut the roof off of a house and you're looking down like you're a bird, that's what everything looks like. So I have a floor plan of a firehouse. Here we have our this is a little firehouse. So we have a one fire truck. We have a table in their kitchen, appliances, so like refrigerators, stoves, ovens, sinks, all that fun stuff here. And then here we have two beds in their bedroom, the little like garage door right here. So I wanted to do a review on area and perimeter, and if you notice, our measurements are in inches. I wanted to make it smaller, which we'll learn about later. I wanted to make it smaller so I could fit it on my paper, because that wouldn't be realistic if I said that this was 13 feet, so I made it into inches, and I used my ruler to help me get there. So what we're doing today is a little review of area and perimeter, and I have different objects that I would like us to measure and figure out what the area and perimeter is. So, does anyone remember what the formula to find area is? I'll give you a second to either write it down or think of what the formula is for area. I know it's been a while, so think nice and hard. The formula for area is area equals length times width. Area equals length times width. What about for perimeter? What does perimeter equal? Perimeter equals what? How do we find the perimeter of a square or a rectangle? Side plus side plus side plus side. Very good. So now I'm going to use different colors to write out what the area and perimeter is, just so we don't get confused and we mix up our lines. So I was going to use black and brown just to switch through. So the first thing that I would like us to find is the area for the bed. Does anyone see where the bed is? I'll pull you closer so you can see. Does anyone see where the bed is? I see two of them right in the bedroom. Here I have two beds. It's asking for just one. So I know that the bed is 4 inches by 2 inches. 4 inches by 2 inches. If I want to find the area, what do I have to do? It says multiply the length and the width. What is my length? If I have 4 inches this way, 2 inches this way, what is my length and my width? My length is 4 inches and my width is 2 inches. So to find the area for the bed, we do A equals our length, which is 4, times our width, which is 2. And that equals 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, 8. 8 rulers, 8 push pins, 8 water bottles. What do I label this? If I have 4 inches by 2 inches, what do I label this? 8 what? I'll give you a second to write it down. You might know it. 8 inches squared. And why is it squared? Does anyone remember? Because we're multiplying the length times the width. It's always squared, because that really means I could draw 8 little boxes in here. So 4 lines going this way, 2 lines going this way, so there's going to be 8 squares inside. What about the perimeter for this? it only gave me 4 and 2, but I have 4 things that I need to add over here, and they only gave me 2 numbers. How do I do that? If I have 4 on the bottom, and it's the same length as the top, that is also 4 inches. If I have 2 inches on this side, and it's the same over here, I write 2 inches on this side. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 measurements that I can add together. So to find my perimeter, I do P equals side plus side plus side plus side. So I do 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. And what do I get? 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So we have 12 inches for our perimeter. Does anyone notice that our perimeter is bigger than our area? That's interesting. Let's go to the next one. It wants us to find the fire truck. Who can find the fire truck on my floor plan of the firehouse? That big, long, skinny rectangle. That is our big fire truck. And it says it's 4 inches by 13 inches. 4 inches by 13 inches. Does anyone know what I should write to find my area? If I was given 4 inches wide and 13 inches long, I'm going to write it in black now so we can see the different colors and different equations that we're writing out so we don't get confused. So our fire truck, we write area is equal to 4 times 13. And we can always do it over here if we have to. 13 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Drop the 2, carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So we know that 4 times 13 is 52. Now what do I label this one? 52 trucks, 52 markers, 52 inches squared. Very good. What about the perimeter now? The perimeter. We have to add together the 4 sides. Once again, we were only given 2 sides. How am I supposed to find this side and this side? Well, if I know that it's a rectangle, I know that either side has to be the same. So if it's 4 inches down here, that means it's 4 inches up here. If I have 13 inches going down, I have to have 13 inches going down here. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 measurements. So I will add 4 plus 13 plus 4 plus 13. 4 plus 13 is 17, plus 4 is 21, plus 13 is 34. So the perimeter is 34 inches. And we're only counting the blocks around, not what's inside. So we don't do squared, we just write inches. Very good. What's the next one asking us to look for? The firehouse. Do you see one specific box on here that represents a firehouse? No. Do you know what that means? We have to find the whole entire firehouse. So we know up here by our labeling, that's why it's so important to label so you can make those quick corrections. we know that it's 12 inches wide and 16 inches long. Oh boy. So first, to find the area, I'm going to go back to brown so we can see the difference in our writing. To find the area of the firehouse, what two numbers am I going to multiply together? What two numbers? "12 inches and 16 inches. Let's do 12 times 16. And I'm going to do it over here just so I can make sure I'm multiplying correctly. Let's see. 12 times 16. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Use my placeholder. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Add that together and I get 192. The area of the entire firehouse is 192 inches squared. Do you notice how I went from writing out inches to just doing IN? That's what we call an abbreviation. It's what mathematicians like to use because mathematicians can get lazy with their writing. They like to make all their measurements shorter, so it's easier and quicker to write. So now that we found our area, let's move on to perimeter. The perimeter of the firehouse, we know that this is 12 and this is 16, so this down here must be 12. And we know that this here must be 16. So we are going to add 12 plus 16 plus 12 plus 16. Are you noticing a pattern that we do 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 13, 4, 13, 12, 16, 12, 16. We're using the same numbers because we're using rectangles. So these sides should be the same, and these sides should be the same, just like 4 and 4, 13 and 13, 12 and 12, 16 and 16. So now we need to add 12 plus 16 is 28, plus 12 is 40, plus 16 is 56. The perimeter is 56 inches. Wait a minute. Look at these numbers. 192 and 56. That is a lot different. Why do you guys think that this is different? Why do you think 192 inches is the area, but there's only 56 inches for the perimeter? What do you think? Look at all the space. Pretend that these boxes aren't here. Look at all the space that there is here. That's a lot of space to fill inside. Whereas the perimeter, the area is everything in here. Whereas the perimeter, you count your boxes on the outside and that's it. So there should be 56 boxes on the outside, but 192 on the inside, which makes sense. So now we need to find the area and perimeter of the garage. Where is the garage? It's this big box right here. The little room, or the big room I should say, that our fire truck has been parked inside of. So I only have one measurement right here, 16. I don't know how tall or how wide it is down here. How can I figure that out? I know that this whole top is 12 inches and that our line right here is down the middle. So what do we think that means? What do you think? If we know that the whole top is 12 and we have our line over here down the middle, how can I find how wide this is? I divide by 2. I ask myself, what is 12 divided by 2? And it is 6. So that must mean that our width up here is 6 inches. And we know that this down here is 16 inches. So, to find our area, switching back to my black pen so you can see, our area is 6 times 16. 6 times 16. Does anyone know what that is? Or how we could figure it out together? Let's do it over here. 16 times 6. What is 6 times 6? 36. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So 16 times 6 is 96. So our area is 96 inches squared. Again, with my little abbreviation, inches squared. Now what about the perimeter? We have to add 6 plus 16 plus, you guessed it, 6 plus another 16. Again, with that pattern of switching off the numbers. So we know that 6 plus 16 is 22, plus 6 is 28, plus 16 is 44. Does it make sense that our garage is smaller than our firehouse? Why should we expect, or why can we predict that our garage can be smaller than our, have a smaller perimeter than our firehouse? Because the garage is only this big and the firehouse is this big. Very good, guys. Let's move on to our last one. We would like to find, oh boy, the area of the bedroom and the kitchen. What's an easy way to do this? How can we find the area of the bedroom and the kitchen? First, we need to locate. Let's locate the bedroom and the kitchen. So here I have the bedroom, and here I have the kitchen. What's the easiest way to solve this? What if I cut out this line here and just make it one big room? Just like the garage for the firehouse. What do you guys think about that? Could we do that? Could we make this one big room? Because it's asking for us to add them, so they're really just one room together. So we know that this is 6 inches. Because we divided over here, we had 12 inches and 12 inches, and we divided half the firehouse to the garage and half to the bedroom and the kitchen. So we know that this is 6 inches, and we know that this is 16 inches. Those numbers sound really familiar to me. How about this? It's the same thing as the garage. Could anyone predict why they are the same? Why they might have the same area? They have the same area because this line dividing the kitchen and the bedroom between the garage splits the house right in half. So everything that this has for the area and the perimeter, this will have the same thing. So again, we have the perimeter of 6 plus 16 plus 6 plus 16. And what do we get? 44 inches. Very cool how we can see that. But what's another way to see it? We could find the area of the bedroom and we can find the area of the kitchen and just add them together. That's also another way you could do that. Maybe you could show me in the comments how you would do that. But today, yeah, we just had a little fun trying to find the area and perimeter of rectangles. Maybe later on the week we'll do some review with other shapes as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that firemen are definitely my hero, and I hope that you guys keep your heroes in mind, and maybe we'll do a fun activity later on in the week with your own heroes. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.